test is exactly. So, have you taken the 16 personalities before? No? Okay. So, it's a personality test. It has 4 different spectrums with letters on each end that tell you something about you. So, the first letter is introverts or extroverts, so it's an I or an E. The second one is an S or an N, and it means sensing or intuitive. T and F means thinking and feeling, and then J and P means judgers or perceivers. So, to explain that a little bit better, I'm going to go over my personal results because I've done this a few times. Sometimes people will take this, and then take it a little later, and they'll have different results, which is really normal, but I've taken this probably 3 or 4 times over the course of my life between work and school and just like on my own, and every time I have gotten the logician, which is INTP, so that means I am introverted. Individuals prefer solidarity activities and get exhausted by social interactions. They tend to be quite sensitive to external stimulation in general. So that's introverted. Intuitive was the N, and that is individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities. That sounds fun. Thinking just means I'm usually more rational and logic over emotions, and they tend to hide their feelings and see efficiency as more important than cooperation. And then last one is prospecting. Individuals are very good at improvising and spotting opportunities. They tend to be more flexible, relaxed, nonconformists who prefer keeping their opinions open. So that's the idea, is that you'll get 4 letters that are supposed to somehow describe you and the things that you prefer, a little bit about your personality. Obviously everyone's different, but this is just kind of a categorization. So I have examples. So here is the 16 personality types you can be. I am right there in this like purple category, and there's kind of like names for each of these categories. So like I'm the analyst, which is all these purple people, and then there's explorers are the yellow, centennials, I don't know, are this blue, and then the diplomats are in green. So like my very best friend is I believe, the advocate, which is the one right here, this little guy. But that's the idea. So we're gonna do, I think it's like 60 questions-ish. They're just on like a scale, I'll tell you. But you'll be one of these 16 types, and then we'll talk about it. Then I'll give you a little page, just like I have for me, and you can get to know yourself a little better, because it's got strengths and weaknesses on it. Sometimes it has like what you'd be good at for jobs, or like what most people are who are like your same personality are as jobs. And then also one of my favorite things is it tells you all the celebrities that have the same personality type as you. So I think I have like Einstein and Kristen Stewart or something, which, like I think if I remember correctly. So if that's true, that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's get this done. So I'm gonna tell you a statement, and then you're gonna tell me if you strongly disagree, you feel neutral, or you agree, or you strongly agree with the statement that I said. So it'll make more sense as we go along. So I'm just gonna read the first one off, and then you tell me strongly agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. You regularly make new friends. So if you do regularly make new friends, you can strongly agree or agree. If you never make new friends, you may disagree or strongly disagree. And like you kind of don't have a really strong feelings on it, you can say neutral, but saying neutral doesn't really help with the test. So try to stick with, if you can pick, agree or disagree, I recommend doing that. So okay, so do you regularly make new friends? Okay, I'm just gonna be marking on here what your answers are if you hear me writing. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. resonates emotionally with you rather than factual arguments. Again, that one's a little longer. Let me reread it. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you rather than factual arguments. Okay. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers and data. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Okay. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. You are not too interested in discussing about various interpretations of creative work. Okay. Okay. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Okay. You enjoy solitary hobbies and activities more than group ones. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Okay, the last one on this page is your mood can change very quickly. Okay. Alright, let's switch pages. Okay, on to the second page of our... Okay, on to the second page. I'm going to just keep going down the list here. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. You rarely second-guess the choices that you have made. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. You like to have to-do lists for each day. You rarely feel insecure. You avoid making phone calls. That's a ideas and viewpoints. You can easily connect with people you have just met. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. I'll repeat it. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Okay. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Your emotions control you more than you control them. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than what is most logical or efficient. Okay. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Okay. Alright, we're getting really close. We are on to the last couple of questions here, okay? You believe that pondering abstract You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. There, I got it. Okay. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than the quiet, intimate places. I have to say, busy, bustling atmosphere is quite the fun string of words there. You often feel overwhelmed. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. You complete things methodically. Try again. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than following concrete steps. You are more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. That feels a little on the nose, doesn't it? Okay. You struggle with deadlines. Okay. Last question. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Okay. That was all of them. I know, it went quicker than I thought it would. So I'm going to enter all of this in and then get your results, and then I'll be right back. I've got all of your test results in. Here is a paper so you can read over that for yourself. But it turns out that you are the ISFJ, which is right down here. And that means you are, let me make sure I'm saying this right. You are the introverted, sensing, feeling, judging, which is almost directly across from me. We are almost complete opposites, except we are both introverted, which I think makes sense. So, let me tell you a bit about your letter so that way you can understand them a bit better before you take off for the day. I gave you that paper that you can read, but I'm going to also read out loud what these things mean so that we can talk about it. So, introverted, like I said, that's people working alone or in small groups, prefer to be more deliberate based and like to focus on one task at a time. Sensors are realistic people who like to focus on the facts and details and apply common sense and past experiences to come up with practical solutions to problems. So, not so much what's inside of you, but using things that you previously learned and outside of you a little bit on your F, which means feeling. So feelers tend to be more sensitive and quiet personal values and how others will be affected by their actions. So